Hello, it's Paulina here again at DeNami Design, and today I have another card video that we're going to be doing from start to finish. Here's the card that we're going to be creating, and I really just love how this one turned out. It's very easy to create, doesn't need a lot of stamps, but it's just really special. As you can see, we used a doily here too, and I wanted to just show you how you can use those and incorporate those into your cards. So to get started, we're going to be starting out with a piece of white cardstock, and this one measures 4 by 5 1/4. Then we're going to be using the satin red VersaFine ink along with the teeny heart background. So we're going to just start off by inking this up. And if you don't have this stamp, I highly encourage you to grab it. It's one that I use all the time, especially with the Valentine's Day cards that I've been creating this year. And it's also great if you wanted to do it for Valentine, gift tags, or even you can use it for wedding things. It's just a really fun background stamp that you can incorporate into a lot of different projects. So we're just going to line this up, and we're going to keep on going with the hearts. Okay, so there is our background, and we're just going to remove this one here, and so you can see that it's just a really nice heart background. We're going to grab our card base, which is going to be the red card, and we're just going to fold that and adhere these together. So I'm going to get my ATG dispenser. We're just going to put these together. Oops. Okay, just going to center this. And then next we're going to get our doily. And I know maybe some of you haven't incorporated doilies into your cards before. It took me a long while before I did that. And these are actually ones you can get in the baking aisle of your craft store, or even just even baking supply places even. It's just by Wilton, and I have the one that measures, let's see, it's 10 centimeters. So it's just perfect for your cards. And for me, I just use my same dispenser, and I just flip my doily over, and I just very carefully add the adhesive. You don't want to push too hard. I have ripped a couple before. And you're just going to add this right to the card. I'm adding it towards the top. I'm not going to do it straight in the middle because we're going to add a panel up here. So I'm just going to make sure it's nice and adhered. And then we're going to set that aside, and we're going to go for our next piece. And for this one, we are getting our piece of white cardstock, which measures 1 1/8 by 4 1/4. And so here's that. And then the one that's going to go around that is 1 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that's going to be the red. And for our sentiment on the white piece, we're going to be using the F189 with All My Heart, and we're going to use the Vintage Sepia ink. So for this, and this one actually is longer than the 4 1/4 because we're just going to be cutting it down once we adhere it to our card. There's that, and then we're going to adhere these together. I just want to do an even spacing from top to bottom. Then we're going to just add this right to our card, right above the doily. And for me, I like to make sure it's right up against the edge of the card. So I'm going to flip over my card and then just cut off. You're just going to make sure that you hold the pieces together really tightly so you cut smooth and right up against the card. So we're going to add our foam adhesive, and this is just going to raise up this back panel a little bit. Okay. Okay, so there is the sentiment. I'm going to zoom in just a tiny bit because we're going to be stamping our hearts now. So for our hearts, we're going to use the PF43 Hearts stamp set. And I just need to get a piece of white cardstock. And this is just going to be like a scratch piece of cardstock that you have around, you know, the pieces that you just have a little bit of excess. So here's our white one here. And you can use any of the hearts in this one. For this one, I'm going to be using this polka dot one right here. And again, we're going to be using the satin red VersaFine, which is the red. I'm going to just stamp it twice. And then we're going to cut them out. Okay, there's one of them. And if you wanted to create a lot of these cards, you can stamp a whole background of these hearts and then just quickly cut them out. So here's the two hearts that we have. So we're going to get our card again, and we have a little bit of foam tape here left. We're just going to rip that in half and then add these hearts right below. And it's here you can play around and see if you want to angle them a little bit or just leave them straight on. I'm just having them slightly angled. And then next we're just going to be adding our red rhinestones. So I'm going to get my rhinestone drawer, and let's see, I have just a little bit of red rhinestones here, so we're going to grab one of the big ones, and that's going to be right there. Just want to make sure you press nice and hard. And then we're going to get the medium size one and just add one on the outside of that other one. Okay, and just press nice and hard so it's really strongly adhered. And there's our card. Just took a couple minutes. It's a really sweet card. Inside you can do it for your sweetheart, and you can even change out this sentiment. We have one, let's see, we have a sentiment here that's sending you love. You can change that out. If you have a stamp maybe, or you can even write in I love you, or just customize it to maybe a special little saying that you guys say to each other. This is just a really fun, sweet card, and it uses a doily. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you try out a doily on your card. I'd love to see what it looks like. You can feel free to post it to the DeNami Facebook page or the DeNami Flickr group. And we will see you all next time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.